Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons. So I've tasked myself with the job today of taking photographs and videos of our demo fleet. So this is a little Mazda 2. It's currently done about 2,500 miles. It's Exclusive-Line Automatic. Autos being very rare these days, just because we can't really get them for a few months. I remember a year ago we could get many of them. They were in abundance, but with all the legislation and production restraints, etc, it's getting more and more difficult. And I think we have more and more people that want to drive an automatic, so it kind of snowballs. This car is in deep crystal blue, very lovely condition, as you'd expect. Look, we've still got the wrappings on the sun visors. They have a 6-speed automatic gearbox. And where this car has its advantage over other small automatics, it's got a seamless and smooth automatic gearbox that doesn't roll back on hills. I know that doesn't sound like a massive plus point, but these days a lot of automatics now, they've got like a hybrid gearbox. They will roll back on hills and they lurch around. When people call us up, first thing they normally ask is, does it have a proper automatic gearbox? And yes, it does. It has a torque converter. So it's 6-speed, okay? Torque converter gearbox. So not like an iGo or what we've got a Lupo here. Nothing wrong. It's an automatic, but it feels like someone's driving it badly when it changes gear. So these are one of the very few small autos with this gearbox. Okay, but I think people have just lived to accept these sort of modern boxes, but we still get a lot of people asking, like, is it one that doesn't roll back on hills? We want a proper automatic gearbox, which this has. This also has 5 doors. It's got parking sensors at the rear, parking camera for the rear, amongst many other things, which we shall go through in more detail when we get in the car. I'd say this is a very good all-rounder, this car, because it's got 5 doors. You could sit 4 large adults in comfort, 5 at a squeeze, if I'm honest, or medium-sized people, or smallish people. So it's not like one of these really small cars where you're sort of in a sardine can. Place for a spare wheel, but you've got this big boot. Yeah, so my gauge of a family-friendly boot, a good-sized boot these days, is if you can fit a pushchair and all the other bits and pieces that go along with it. I never understood the importance of boot size and accessibility to the rear seats, etc., until I became a father, and I could live with this car, certainly with 1 child. So I say it's a good all-rounder. You could jump in this and you could drive to Scotland or Europe, you know, and it would do it just as good as any other car, and it'll do it economically and in comfort, of course. You've got privacy glass at the back here, electric windows, mirrors all round, auto folding mirrors, height adjustable seats. Oh, right, I want to get in quite quickly today. My hands are freezing. Okay, so I'm going to start the car up. So I've got the key in my pocket, foot on the brake, press this button here, and the car will fire into life. So let's get the heating on. Oh, and that stereo down. So you've got your climate control, air conditioning, put that heat all the way up. So there's the mileage, 2,517 miles. That will change as we go on. The car is generally in use most of the time. You've got paddle shifts, so you can drive the car manually. You've got auto lights, wipers, climate control. You've got Android Auto and CarPlay. 6-speed automatic gearbox, as I think I've spoken enough about that. You've got rate and reach adjustment on the steering column, and you've got the largest sat-nav screen. So the earlier cars had a smaller screen. I know you think, oh, big deal, but it does make a lot of difference. It doesn't make it look so 2015. You know, it's more 2023. So, as previously mentioned, you've got the reverse camera and sensors. If you're an economy monitor, actually, let's have a nosy in here. Right, it's averaged 40.1. Now, you might think that's not a lot. So-and-so says in the magazine it will do this, that, and the other. That is a real-life value. This car literally We use it for collection and deliveries. We're in Orpington. It's basically Greater London, where you don't do more than about 5 miles an hour, especially when we're doing the collections and deliveries in the morning and in the evening. So I would say, from my own experience, you're going to get in the 50s to the gallon on a long run, okay? And that's probably the very worst you'd get, all right? In fact, there you go, 17 mph is the average speed, all right? Okay, so not quite 5 miles an hour. You've got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all right? Actually, I want to just check something else. There's another page here, but it'll tell you how many trees you've saved from the iStop. That's the time that the engine switches itself off, okay? Which is nice. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. We have an Apple phone. Because I have an Apple phone that I'm recording on, it's recognised that, so it's wireless Apple CarPlay, wired Android Auto, which you plug in there, okay? Then you can use all the apps that you have on, not all of them, but all the compatible ones, okay? Right, you've got FM, AM, DAB, Bluetooth, CarPlay, USB 1, 2. Just go really in depth with that, but I think everybody knows what that all does. You can pair up your phone now. Very, very quick. Very quick, and it will read your text messages if you have an Android phone. Seems to have some sort of Android bias. The built-in sat nav, if you don't choose to use the one on your phone, put your postcode in and off you go, okay? It's got all the convenience features, like, you know, you can find you a restaurant, a car parking space, etc. You can turn off the display and adjust other settings there. Oh, where have we gone? Safety settings, smart city brake support, so it will apply the brakes if you're getting too close to an object, person, car in front. Lane keep assist, it will keep you within the white lines and warn you if you're deviating out of them. You've got a great sound system, GPS sync clock, so you never have to worry about that. And you've got some nice features here, one of which I'm going to activate. So when I walk away from this car with the key in my pocket, the car will lock itself, and it will now beep at a high pitch, just to let me know the car is locked. Okay, so yes, a very well equipped, little but not too little car that's very capable of driving you anywhere in comfort and economy and safety. Okay, can be a family car, you know, or the second car. I say it's a real good all-rounder, and we've always done very, very well with these cars. It's a shame that availability hasn't been the greatest. There's always some sort of restriction. Ours not so bad as other manufacturers from the sounds of it, but it is very frustrating. So if you want a car that's essentially new, you know, it's got a few thousand miles on it, current model, perhaps this is one to consider. Okay, look, it's even got the wrappings on the sat nav. I say it's still got some wrappings here and there. Now, a few things about ourselves. We are a Mazda dealer, obviously, and this will come with the balance of the warranty. So this car's like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months old, I think it is. So you'll get the balance of the 3 years and the roadside assistance. We'll give it a full 101 point check before the next customer takes delivery. If it gets quite close to the yearly schedule, we'll also do that service as well. We take part exchange, and we really do promote that. We want your part exchange, and we want you to have a seamless, enjoyable buying experience. So please do get in touch. Let us know what you have. But please, you know, you can do all those things you're heavily encouraged to do, and punch your reg number in, and do all those bits and pieces that you know. Every time I turn the radio on, the TV on, I hear an advert. Please do that. But we want your car. You'll get the best deal with a part exchange. So please do get in touch. Okay, we've got great finance facilities, part exchange we've mentioned, we've got warranty extension facilities. I can send you more photos, videos that are more specific, or answer any questions. And should you be looking outside our regular business hours, don't let that put you off from inquiring. We will happily respond to any inquiries out of hours. Obviously, you know, if I'm asleep, or any of us are asleep, it's a different story, but out of hours, send us an email, or drop us an email, or pick up the phone, leave a voicemail. We get pinged to these very smart things called smartphones. Will notify us, we can listen to the message and call you back. Okay, now, if you've dealt with us before, thank you for considering us again, and if you've not, do check out our reviews. It will give you a good idea of of what sort of people we are to do business with. There's about 500 odd reviews on there now. Okay, so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we look forward to hearing from you. Bye bye.